bag. Bought that separately. I love that brand. They are really great. Customer service is on point, and have never had any issues with them. And I've had multiple orders currently as well as in the past. Um, Got the kanji patch, which I believe is warrior. It's been a minute since I've looked up the meaning of that symbol, but I know obviously it's not going to mean anything crazy, or else I wouldn't put it on my bag. But that's the morale patches, if you will. This patch here is a symbol from the book Hatori, which is the basic principles and meanings of Bushido, written by Tsunetomo himself. But there are lots of good stories written in that book, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're trying to live a little bit more on the warrior lifestyle, which I highly recommend that any man does nowadays, because we need more positive masculinity and we need more leadership from it. So definitely look that book up. And last but not least, we've got one of the newer Warrior Poet Society patches on there. I do like them. I like what John Lovell and his team are trying to support and come up with. And, you know, if you like something, you support it. Before I even had all this admin pouch and these extra pouches on the side, it was just a straight body itself of the backpack. Before I even had the IFAC kit, it was just a straight body of the bag. As you can see, the outside, you've got your morale patch right there. Lots of Molle, to hang stuff off of. Like I've got my bags on the side here. Little clip to keep the bag closed. Huge fan of Doom. As you can see, you got the little Doom Marine right here. Found that pin on Bethesda.net. I think I might have gotten this one off of eBay though. But clips for hanging stuff off. This is attached by the Molle right here, as you can see. More clips, and got my carabiners right here. I usually hang a bottle off of, but I switched over to a different type of bottle, and the sheer size of it makes it a little bit harder to put in one of those things properly. Like I said, I got my IFAC kit here. You've got Band-Aids, alcohol wipes, so on and so forth. The typical stuff you'd find in there. I do have a tourniquet inside my inner workings of the bag, but I'll show you all that later. Like I said, another Molle kit. Same setup on this side with the carabiners. And since I'm still on the outside, when I am doing my concealed carry, every now and then, if my gun will fit, I like to try and put it in this concealed pocket. I mean, there's a little bit more room in there, but, you know, seeing as how I've got these giant bear claws, sometimes it gets kind of hard to put my hand deep in there and pull out what I need. I think I was able to fit a Canic midsize in there, TP9SF, I believe it is. Not the SFX, but the SF1, that's what it was. That's my second gun. First gun I ever bought, but it's my secondary handgun, because I love that Canic SFX. But yeah, when I'm carrying, if I don't have enough room, say, in my clothes to do concealed carry, this is where I usually like to put it at. But as we go into the inner workings of my former EDC, and right now, this is just the stuff that I've taken to work. Normally, I wouldn't carry 2 pairs of shades, which Oakley is usually the brand that I like whenever it comes to sunglasses. That comes from my work experience in the past. It literally took extreme destruction brought upon by me on my hard-working job back some years ago to literally break my Oakleys in a uncommon accident. I split them right down the middle. I think I had the Oakley flak jackets back then. But compared to the other sunglasses that I had in the past, breaking glasses right down the middle with no real way to fix it, I was cool because I had those shades for 2 years plus. So that was one pair of Oakleys. This is my second one. I love these. I love the fire lenses. They're pretty cool. Now we get to see the inner workings of my bag. Excuse me. So recently I've invested in a magnetic charging cable, if you will. So far, I love it. However, sometimes you tend to lose the top because that's supposed to be a USB-C type of plug-in. So it's either somewhere in my bag or it's somewhere in my pocket. But I think once I'm able to switch everything over to this platform, I shouldn't have too much of an issue keeping up with it. Thankfully, the bag came with 3 in there. But yeah, USB-C cable just in case. And it can either charge it myself using my portable charger, which does need to charge, or else it's not going to charge much of anything. It's a Jackery. Now, they do have a more updated version of this that actually has, you see, flashlight. But they have more updated models of this to where you can go ahead and kind of peel off the cable that's built into it in order to just plug your phone up. I do believe they have different USB types, such as like micro, USB-C, probably even one for the Apple. It's just really good to have something like this around, and it's really good to just make sure you're prepared just in case your phone dies or your tablet or whatever. I believe that's everything in that pocket. Oh, wait. So yeah, this is a polypropylene filter. I'll get more of that probably in another video. I got my business cards, just in case. Junk. Stuff I get from work. Car keys, house keys, you know, the spares just in case you need them. This was given to me by a good friend of mine. You got your utensils. There's a set of chopsticks in there. There's a straw, a reusable straw, as a matter of fact. Fork, spoon, knife. Just your basic stuff that you would need just to avoid from having to buy, or not buy, but avoid from having to use the plastic stuff that's not really biodegradable. So they come in handy, especially when you're out and about. More straws. These are metal. Same thing. If you are, gotta do this one-handed. If you are ever in a situation to where, I don't know, you go through the drive-thru, like in my case, I said earlier, Taco Bell, and you get a cup, and you're on your way and you're happy. But like usual, most people, as they're driving, they like to drink out their cup, but you forgot a straw. What do? Use one of these babies. These are metal. Believe it or not, I think I got these at Ross or Marshall's, you know, one of those stores like that. And comes with multiple different straws. One has a bend, some are straight, and there's also a cleaner right here that you can use to clean the inside of the straw. Definitely comes in handy. What else is in the bag? UVC. Yeah, UVC portable light. Technically, you're supposed to be able to pop it open. The light cuts on, and it's supposed to help you disinfect anything such as bacteria. In this case, during this year, the coof. Does it work? Possibly. I haven't really had anything to try it on due to the fact that I'm usually diligent about trying to use either hand sanitizer or I just go wash my hands. So, you know. Now this thing, in my travels, this has helped me out a lot. I love this thing. I'm all about portable power. And this thing right here, I don't know the exact name of it. I can't remember. Maybe it'll show up on here. But as you can see, you got different charging options. So if you're traveling abroad and you don't see the type of cable that you need, you can just go ahead and use this thing. Definitely comes in handy. I love it. I think it's called a Epica or Epica, something like that. You can find these on Amazon for cheap. I think this one actually came with a cable too, so it's almost like a 2-for-1 deal, which is great. On the inside, I've just got some extra stuff. There's instructions on how to use it, and I've got a USB-C to micro USB head just in case I need to transfer files from one or the other. I am a lover of music. So usually what I try and do is make sure that I've got some type of headphones on me. These are my backups. I was always a fan of Skull Candy ever since I found out about them years ago, probably back in high school. But as I said, these are my backups. I've had these for a number of years too. And if I, say, forget my headphones or anything at the house, which I've done before, those definitely come in handy. This is for my podcast. Actually, no, this is, if somebody has a pair of headsets and, you know, back then what we would do is share our music by plugging this into the main music provider and then having them plug in their headsets into one of these things as you plug the other one into another one. And that's how you shared music back then, kids, way before we had Bluetooth. Old man Douglas is going to teach you some things. I think that's everything in those pouches, but everybody needs a little bit of inspiration, but I think I might have taken that out. Yep, that is empty as well. Nope, wrong pocket, duh. So seeing as how we're living in the age of mask, this is just a basic, not really basic, it's from Ride Rich, which... yeah, some of the stuff they offer on their website, you need to be riding rich in order to get. But this is a one of my favorite masks. It's a Foo Dog mask. Slip that over your head and it covers your nose, your mouth. You wear it, put it on right, it could potentially cover your ears as well. I just like the design of this thing, so that's one reason why I got it. What else do we have in here? Yes, as I said, sometimes you need inspiration. That's where you get the Psalms, Proverbs, New Testament. Ironically enough, I found this in a Goodwill. And I think somewhere inside this book it says, this book is not to be sold, manufactured in the United States of America. But I found it in a Goodwill. Thankfully, there's no name written in it. We're not going to get anybody in trouble tonight because it's a good night. Now, we're going to go into the inner workings of my mobile command center. So, another reason why I like this 511 pack is the fact that you've got two zippers instead of one. So if I just wanted to make sure that nobody could access it, I could go ahead, pop both my zippers to the side over here, and it goes deep down in the corner. So if somebody were to try and rob you, per se, because, you know, there's some curious people out there, get those zippers deep down in the corner and give them something hard to fight for. Don't just let them take your stuff for free. That's why I love this bag. It's one of the best bags I've ever had. Now, I love this thing too. This is my Grail GeoPress water bottle. They're a little expensive, but it's definitely worth it, especially if you love good quality water or you just want to make sure that you filtered out questionable things in your drinking stuff, your drinking water. You can also, I wouldn't recommend it right now, especially whenever you can get viable water, but you can also take it to a lake, scoop up some water, and there is a limitation. There's a line right here that tells you how much you can fill up in the cup before you're doing way too much. If you put way too much in there, what's going to happen is you're going to get a face full of potential swamp water. Actually, there's no potential about it. You're going to get a face full of swamp water or whatever water you're drinking, airport water, fountain water, whatever. But adhere to the directions, pour the water to the limit. And this part is actually separate. This, when you pull it off, actually turns into a cup and you press down on it. I'll probably do a small review on it later just to give everybody an idea of what it does and how it works. This is a work vest, throwing that aside. This is something I've recently added, which is a Write in Rain notebook. So basically, if it gets wet, it's not going to destroy it because you know how paper usually does. Tries to take itself out and go back to the nature which it disappeared from. This is my book of quotes. inspirational quotes. I got the idea from one of my friends who apparently the information worked well for her because she's now living in Hawaii and I'm still in Georgia. But yeah, it's really good, especially whenever you come across something that you want to remember or something that's actually going to help you out and just motivates you to get through the rest of your day or rest of the year or whatever. And let's be honest, in 2020, that's definitely what we could use more of. Is a backup notebook because in my writing of inspirational quotes, sometimes I go through a book and I'll just set different pages and go through different quotes through that book. And I don't know, I guess I'm kind of crazy like that. Plus, you know, most people collect notebooks and these three are actually being used. So don't judge me. Oh, so on the inside, as you can see, you've got this extra pouch, whether you want to put a laptop there or in my case, my extra books. That's what I use it for. I have one tourniquet for those serious wounds. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, I say. This is a Faraday bag. You put your electronic device that'll fit in there, your phone, small tablet, whatever. In this case, my phone fits in here, no problem. That is some tough Velcro. And it's supposed to block out EMP signals that would destroy some of your electronic devices. Will I need this? I'm not quite sure. But it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So, hey, it's in there. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to say, oh, God, an EMP, and throw your phone in there and hope that it stops everything. But, you know, it is what it is. These are to my headsets. I actually did not mean to leave those in there, but sometimes they do come in handy, especially whenever I do have my main headphones. And I need to plug into my phone to save energy or hook up to a jack in an airplane or whatever. So kind of don't usually carry it around, kind of do. It's one of those, it's either here or there type things. Now this thing is a backup charger. I believe that's all for that. But this is a backup charger that I usually carry around. And the good thing about it is solar power. So if I'm ever stuck out in the woods, see the panels in it. Got this on Amazon as well. And yeah, I know some of y'all are thinking, oh, he's a Amazon prepper. Well, you know what? You got to get what you can where you can get it at. That's the name brand of it. It wasn't too expensive. But basically, if I get stuck out in the wilderness or the woods and I've got my devices on me and I can potentially use them to get in contact or let somebody know my position, that thing definitely comes in handy. So I can make sure I can charge what's necessary, move on, and continue to survive. Now, this portion right here, we have two pockets. There's a main pocket in the bottom. There is a pocket up top. That is my passport, just in case, because you never know when you need identification or you never know if you need to flee the city. So, hey, that's with me all the time. Now, this zipper pocket is the same. You got two zippers on the sides to make sure that you can secure everything with no issue and access everything with no issue as well. And I know it's kind of blasphemous, but I have Black Hawk gloves. I think these are the Fury Primes in my 511 Rush bag. But just to make it okay, I do have two pairs of the 511 station gloves. So I only put these in there because I just like the design. Plus, they're pretty tough. I haven't used them yet, but you know, they seem like they're pretty sturdy. But this isn't a video about you. Ugh. This is a 511 video. And more gloves just in case. I mean, these are supposedly typical everyday gloves you can use to cook. Or in my case, the last time I used gloves like these, I was on top of my roof and I was digging dirt out of my gutters. Fun times. Fun times. Attached to my bag, these are just superficial, but I believe dragons are a source of wisdom and power. So I put that on there to kind of be like my little guardian. In some cultures and religions, bells are used to ward away demons. So, you know, got those bells on there. This I actually need to change the battery in, but this is a cube. It's similar to a tile, but basically does the same thing, just a different brand. Allows you to find your bag or whatever you've attached your cube to. These are my Bluetooth earbuds. I remember when these first came out, they're made by Urbanista. I remember when these first came out, I was laughing because it started with Apple. And I was like, Bluetooth earbuds, you're going to lose these easily. And lo and behold, now I have a pair in my favorite color, green. Got my wallet. And this is actually supposed to be used for sunglasses. Another backup cable, like I said. You can see the USB-C portion of it right on there. This is also part of my headset bag. I think I bought this separately because I ended up losing my cables, so I needed a way to plug up my headset into the airplane. Another patch. This is the way. If you don't know what that's from, you need to get a life quickly. Or Disney Plus. I recommend Disney Plus. I got a flashlight. And I've mainly taken most of my flashlights and I've tried to put them on my different firearms. This is actually, quote unquote, modified because I took the clip from one of my firearm mounted guns and put it on this flashlight. But this thing is actually come in handy. A lot of times you activate at the back. I don't think it's got the flash mode, but that's okay. Usually I carry a couple of flashlights on me anyway. This actually is a handgun flash light. It's a cheap one. Came off of Amazon, but it gets the job done, as you can see. Then you got the blinder. Woo-dah! More clips. You can hang stuff on. I actually had to buy the mounting piece separately from the flashlight. I cannot remember where I found it at, but I think you probably find it on eBay, no problem. You just got to type in Picatinny, I think Picatinny backpack mount. And again, another flashlight here, because I like to make sure I'm not getting caught off guard, if possible. This is the back of the bag. Like I said, this was the only problem I ended up having with this thing after 5 years, and I'd say that's pretty good track record. A little bit of plastic falling off isn't going to hurt anybody. That's just how I look at it. I mean, considering everything that it's been through. And this is a pouch where you can put your water bladder and hang it and run it through one of the Molle pieces and get your hydration that way. This is kind of like an ambidextrous sling, if you will. You can push this side in or push this in, and then it allows you to either sling it from the left or the right, depending on how you like to carry it. And where is that bag? It's on the inside. So these admin pouches are actually from Savior. Not admin, but the Molle pouches. They're from Savior. This is my Koof fighting kit, I guess you could call it. One of them. Hand sanitizer. 2 bottles, actually. I think I usually have 3, but just in case. One is organic. The other one is non-organic, but I don't think it makes much of a difference as long as it kills what's necessary. Clorox wipes. Because, things are dirty out there. On my admin pouch in the front. Again, another Savior. Got a few things in there. Highlighter, more notebooks, a book, which I need to read. I should just sit down tonight and read it. More things that you'd have in an admin pouch, like if you have a map or something that you need to keep track of. Molle pouch or Molle webbing here. I've got a lighter just in case, and this is my mask pouch where I've got different types of masks, N95 filters, so on and so forth. And in the last pouch, I think I've got just basic wipes, you know. There's my other bottle of hand sanitizer, so that's 3. I still have a lot of room in that pouch. Technically, I could have taken some of the stuff out of this pouch and put it into the other pouch, but I was just trying to figure out the best way in order to do it, so I just kept the full 3-pouch setup. These I actually got from I think it was a Magpul handguard, and I thought it was actually pretty cool, so I said, you know what, let me hold on to these. Aside from the cool stickers that they send you, what I'm learning from my 3 months of having my weapons permit and actually kind of being a little bit more in depth with weapons now, the manufacturers want to make sure that you advertise them as well as give you some cool stuff, so it gives you a reason to advertise them. And hell, why not? The stickers are on point. But that's my bag, the old one. I guess we'll see what the new one will bring. Here's to the future. Y'all be safe out there. Check me out at well, you know the channel. Like, share, subscribe. I'm here. Check me out here. If you're curious about joining a ethnic prepper group, check out Lions Pride on Facebook. You should be able to search for it. It's private, but like I said earlier, the main reason I even created it was because I feel like there needs to be more black preparation.